Well, hey, Facebook, it's your friendly nosy neighbors, Jessica Cardon
and Elyse Powell
with the Murdock Manwaring Company, and we are excited to be out here on this gorgeous day here in Idaho Falls, and we are in downtown, which we love. We love
downtown Idaho Falls. We're just down the street from the movie theater.
Yep. And the downtown event center, the deck across from Civitan Plaza, on Park Street, because we are visiting Scion Computers today. Now, I think this is a really interesting topic, and I think you're really going to enjoy this because so many people, everyone has personal computers, right? Everybody has one. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you don't know what to do if it breaks. And everybody's like, where do I go? What do I do? Or you've got a company, and how do I get that? There's so many computer questions, and it sure would be nice to have a resource.
Most of us don't know that.
No.
Any of that.
Yeah.
So
you just think I have to buy a new computer for breaks.
That's right. So we're going to talk to some experts here.
We're going to talk to some experts. Let's figure it out. All right, let's go on in. So we are at 527 Park Avenue at Scion Computers. Come on in.
They have a gorgeous lobby.
A really nice lobby. Well, we're the nosy neighbors, and we wonder if we can ask some questions.
Absolutely.
Great. Tell us who you are.
My name is Benjamin Manwaring.
And how are you associated with Scion?
I am the owner.
The owner of Fancy. The owner comes right out to the counter.
Not very often. It's a rare occasion.
It's a rare occasion.
It's a rare occasion.
So Benjamin, tell us, what is Scion Computers?
Well, Scion Computers is a consumer and business IT support. So we do support for residential clients as well as business clients. So we do both.
So in that, if I'm thinking about who it is that would utilize Scion Computers, who would that be? Who would be expected? Anyone.
Anyone. Residential, you have a private business at home, you work from home, you have a small, medium, we have a couple large businesses we support, so really anyone that has IT support needs.
So when you talk about IT support, what does that mean?
Anything from printer driver support all the way to server and VPN and security support.
So let's get really basic.
Okay.
Let's say you have a home computer. Mm-hmm. What do you do what would that person do at Scion Computers if they have a computer at home?
So if you have a computer at home, if you need, grandkids infected it or locked you out of your own computer, that occurs sometimes, or you allowed one of the most popular occasions is the spammers.
I knew this was coming.
The guys that say they work for Microsoft or Google. They talk you into letting them on your computers. Most of the time, they'll lock you out.
And they'll say, give us money.
Give us money, or they'll try to get a credit card number. Or as soon as you become wise that they are indeed a scammer, a lot of them will run malicious script that lock people out of their machines. Or you simple printing support, or Google Chrome, or any browser crashing, anything.
Gotcha.
So if they have just a virus on their computer,
yep, absolutely.
You'll take care of that,
Bring
get them all fixed up?
Virus removal is one of the things that we just have a set fee for. It's just $75.
Oh, wow.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What about, this is the first time I've ever blanked out on a question on Nosy Neighbors that I was ready to ask.
Well, I wanted to find out, do you sell computers?
We do. We actually build our own computers. We build a lot of computers. One of the things people like most about our computers is all of our computers are sold with a 2-year hardware warranty. So for 2 years, if any part of that computer fails, we replace it for free.
Wow.
So that's really, most of your integrated or default warranties are 90 days, maybe a year.
Right.
Very rarely do you see a 2-year warranty included in parts.
Well, I like the idea too that you're just a hometown store, and they know who they're talking to. They know they're going to talk to a person when they bring it in here.
Yep. No, that's one of the nice things is we're all local. We're all Idaho Falls boys.
I remember my question.
Yes.
What about when your computer gets slow? Do you guys help with
Absolutely. We do lots of tune-ups.
See, that was a good question. I just forgot it.
We do lots of tune-ups. Tune-ups is a flat fee of $95, and in that we also include our malware and virus removal. So if you just want a virus removed, we do that for a flat fee of $75, but if you want more beyond that and clean up any unnecessary programs, clean up Windows, old Windows installations or updates, especially with Windows 10 with creator updates, those will linger in your cache files for a long time.
I think a lot of people don't know. They just think their computer's too old.
Yeah,
and that's why it isn't working.
Yeah, or a lot of people will let their hard drives get too full, or sometimes it's just a simple memory upgrade that they need. And that's one of the reasons why we offer our 15-minute promise is you can bring your computer in, one of our technicians will look at it for 15 minutes, and if we can identify your issue and fix it, it's free. There's not a charge for that.
Are you kidding?
No.
That, I think that is something, if you don't hear anything else in this, there are so many people that are just, I don't know what to do. It isn't working. And you guys are like, beep, bop, boop.
Yeah.
That was all that it is.
Very rarely do those issues take longer than that too.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can't diagnose an issue within 15 minutes or even have a good idea of where we need to go after that 15 minutes,
I mean, that's hundreds of dollars savings.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
most diagnostic fees are easily the cost of what it takes to fix most major issues. And that's major issues.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can save a lot of money just off that 15-minute promise.
So they can literally just walk in. They can bring their
Absolutely.
laptop in and say, it's
Monday
broken.
through Friday, bring it in. If we can, we'll try to look at it right then when you bring it in. But if we're too backed up, we'll log it, put it in the queue, and then we'll get to it. But yeah, a lot of people take
home
advantage
computers?
of that. Absolutely.
How does that work if they have do they bring a big...
We do offer remote support, so we can do a remote session. Unfortunately, the 15-minute promise can't apply to that. If you want to take advantage of that, you need to bring your PC into us or your laptop. But yeah, if you're at home and you don't want to leave home, you want to stay quarantine, absolutely, we can do a remote session. As long as you got an active internet connection, we can dial into your PC.
Do you service
most anything?
Any brand that they would have?
Yeah, we fix most every Windows-based product.
Okay.
We do Macs here and there, but not something we chase after.
Right, because they have a kind of a specific, they direct you real specific.
Yeah, we just referred them over to Simply Mac.
Okay, so in this, let's get the information. If someone has a problem and they need to get a hold of you or they want to schedule, how do they get a hold of Scion?
So there's our office number,
Okay.
208-419-0312, or our website. We actually have a support ticket generator there, so they can log on, give us their contact information, tell us quickly about the issue, and usually either that day or if it's after hours the next day, one of our technicians will either email back the response or call.
Excellent.
So there's multiple ways. Facebook, you can also message us on Facebook. That's not our preferred. We don't live on Facebook. Our preferred is either call or use our website to get in contact.
What's your
with us.
website?
ScionComputers.com.
Perfect.
Yep.
But now on Facebook, if you guys have promotion and things, should they be following you on Facebook?
Yeah,
to keep up?
we do promotions. Haven't been really good at Facebook promoting.
Okay, that's okay.
But now we have Curtis here, and Curtis is promoting more stuff on Facebook. So yeah, if you want to, I think he gave away a free tune-up a couple weeks ago. So yeah, if you want, I think he has plans to do that a lot more. So if you want an opportunity to get some free service done, I would definitely follow us on Facebook.
I would bet after the session with the Knowsy Neighbors, and someone might give them a tip that maybe they can do some computer tips on their Facebook every once in a while. And that might be a good one to follow.
That might be worth doing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's just a little tips and tricks.
Yeah.
So okay, Ben. So let's get a history.
Okay.
Tell us how this all began and who do you have working here, and give us the length of services that you guys do.
Okay, so
that was a lot of questions.
I started Scion Computers in 2007, almost right after the birth of my first child. So
was that something you were always interested in?
Well, I always enjoyed helping people with their computer problems, and at the time I was working at a local company doing their dial-up internet service that they offered to all their clients throughout the United States. But when my son was born, my wife wanted to stay home, and I realized at that point that I wasn't making enough at that current company, so I had to make a decision. So I used paternity leave to create Scion Computers.
Smart.
Scandalous.
Yeah. So I had 6 weeks to prove my theory, and it worked out. So
and here we are.
So I created it out of need, as most companies are born. So yeah, it was born out of a need to support my family.
Oh. So how many employees do you guys have?
So now we have Jim and Curtis.
You keep pointing back there.
Yeah, here. Do you want to go back there?
Are they hiding?
No, they are hiding. So this is kind
Let's go take a look.
The brains of the operation back here. I think Jim's on a support call right
I'm
now.
going to step in so that this is
actually-
what.
He's actually doing a remote session
Oh.
right now. So this is Jim. He's the store manager, also one of the lead technicians. We have Curtis, who's also a technician. And can't forget Jason. Jason, he's over our VoIP side, but he also has a lot of years of desktop support as well. So all of us here have pretty solid desktop computer support.
How many
in our
years
background.
would you say you got going on here?
Well, between me and Jason, probably 30 to 35 years of computer support. You bring in Curtis and Jim, that's probably another 5 to 8 years between those two. So probably 40 plus years of computer experience in this
That's
tiny little
impressive.
nook. Yeah.
You are the expert.
That's amazing. So when we talk about this, he's doing a tech support. I probably shouldn't step here. Step out here with us. I feel bad that I'm talking right into here. I can't talk soft in the first place.
I'd like to find out about VoIP, what that is and what that even
when you
stands
said that,
for.
what does that mean?
So voice over IP, VoIP,
Okay.
is cloud-hosted based phone system service. And we service a lot of businesses in the community. I've been working for telecom companies for a very long time, back when US West became Quest, which is now CenturyLink, and there's huge history with that, but I've also worked for other companies where I gained all my knowledge for telecom. And I'm glad to share with people that they don't have to get gouged by big telecom, and the message is fast spreading.
So explain to us what the VoIP is. It's voice over IP
Right,
phone
so
system.
you plug your phone into the internet.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Thank you.
And your phone just works. So say you have a company with 30 people, I provide you with 30 phones. All of these phones run to a cloud-hosted server that's all secure, and basically it's just a phone system. So you don't have to have a large metal piece of thing in your office that services your phone system, and it's a lot more costly to do it that way.
Yeah, because your phone system, you have to buy all the hardware to have in-house,
Right.
and this is no longer hardware, it's all
Well,
internet-based.
you always have a phone, a physical handset.
uh-huh.
This one is just a Sangoma handset, but they come in so many flavors, shapes, and sizes. This is actually a very basic one, but
There's
they get
another
very
one on that side
elaborate.
there too.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a Yealink one. It's really popular. It's got a color screen, but there's many that have touch screens, and you can get as elaborate as you want to with these things. But not only on phones, I can put an app on your cell phone that makes it look like you're calling from your office. There's so much to the voice over IP world, but it is definitely becoming a standard as far as.
So it makes me think of a small business.
Oh yeah.
That idea of, do you have to give your cell phone number out to everybody?
Not at all.
Because that's what you think about, right? Is I'm on the move. If I'm a sole proprietor or one or two
Well,
employees.
and with his system, you can install an app on your phone. So even on your mobile phone, you can make a call and make it look like it's coming out of your office.
Wow.
And with the COVID, all of our clients that we have on our phone system, they just unplugged their phones, took it home, and plugged it into their internet, and now
Wow.
they're working from home.
Wow.
So they
Absolutely.
took it home, they have the exact same phone number, and
Oh, everything,
yeah.
everything worked
All they
just
need
the
is an
same.
internet connection.
Oh yeah. So if your
Perfect.
extension is 4000 in the office, you can go to Louisiana and plug it in a hotel internet, and you're in the office. Your extension is still 4000, and it's just like you're sitting in your office.
So it makes me think of, and this of course is very computer based, because this is very important right now, is we've all realized, do we need to have as much office space for our
Yeah.
businesses as we thought we did? Now that we had to work from home, it opened us, I think, a lot of people's minds up to go, wait a minute, what if we eliminated our cost
absolutely.
of having to have all this office space? And these are the kind of things between the computer systems and a phone system that can make all virtual tie into a virtual office. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, it's COVID proved that
Yeah.
theory. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of businesses that are now probably thinking, do I need an office?
Right.
Because things are running quite smoothly with everyone at home.
Right, and
Yeah.
and so do you guys help with those kind of
We do. Yeah,
solutions?
we did a lot of VPN engineering during COVID.
What is VPN?
So VPN is virtual private network. So if you have all your office documents, a lot of companies now use OneDrive, Dropbox for file sharing, but a lot of companies, for other reasons, have to keep all their files in-house. And so if you're working from home, you need to still be able to have access to those documents while still maintaining a secure IT environment. So you create what is called a VPN. You allow that user from home to create a virtual private network into the office.
Wow.
So then their home becomes a virtual extension of the office.
Kind of like it's the next door office, but they're at home.
They're at home, exactly.
Wow.
But it's secure, it's encrypted. So it's very much just the same as NordVPN, all these other VPNs becoming really popular because it masks your internet traffic. So your ISP, your browser, Facebook can't sniff out what you're surfing and then target advertise to you. It's the same theory as those VPNs. It's just much more targeted. It's sending your traffic directly to a business instead of for hiding.
This right now is probably for businesses a hot topic.
It is.
Because in my mind, everyone was worried about the money thing, right? We're worried about we're going out of business. But could this now shift us to a lower cost way of doing business?
I think it might. I mean, Google, they're paying people $1,000 to stay home.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Or if you have to lease less office space.
Right?
Yeah, that's
You're usually
definitely-
your first and second most expensive thing in a business is your people
absolutely.
and your location, your
Absolutely.
occupancy. Interesting. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about you guys' services.
Yeah.
So we've got a voice over IP for phone systems.
Yep.
What do you guys do for businesses in computer systems? So you're doing the VPN.
We do we do a lot of network support, which is the VPN, networking computers, printers together, normal just desktop support. You know, someone's Outlook isn't working.
Many times. New construction, they will have us come in to do site walkthroughs for the ground up wiring to the
I
final
didn't think about that.
solution for network implementation. Anything it takes to run a business. basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, we're doing a lot more Wi-Fi, whole Wi-Fi distribution systems. So not just one access point, but multiple throughout a whole area. In fact, we're working with a gentleman in town right now. His entire office building that he subleases out, we're gonna make one unified Wi-Fi solution for him. So yeah, just lots of server support, everything. I mean, about the only thing we don't do is the printer stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we'll diagnose your printer connection issue, but we're not going to fix your printer.
Not going to fix your printer. So let's move on to let's talk about nerds.
Okay.
No, it isn't nerds, geeks. Right? It's different.
Interchangeable.
So what if you are someone who or even, I guess even businesses, that the difference between buying a computer and having a computer built, or if you build your own computer. So
one of the nice things about building your own computer is you get to pick the quality of parts. Especially in today's world, you know, was it 10 years ago Dell invented the low-cost computer?
Yeah.
And ever since then, computers, you know, that's why I think Apple's biggest fan was Dell. Because they created such a low-cost computer, but with that came a lot of problems. You had the minimum amount of RAM, you had really slow spinning disks, and Apple, they have a very high level of, you know, their quality is far above those low-cost PCs. But yeah, if you build your own, you can pick out your own parts, your own components. One thing that we're actually working on is we're going to turn that bench right there into a public workbench. So for those guys that have a desire to do their own, they have an understanding of what parts they want and stuff like that, but they don't have an anti-static environment to build it, or they're unsure at certain parts of what to do, they can bring their parts into here, use our anti-static mat. It's not out there right now, but it will be. We'll have all the tools that you'd need to build your own PC, and you could use it for free.
And you can basically have a little supervision.
Yeah, and you got
a little backup support.
You got 40-something years of IT experience to help you if you get stuck.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
I think
a
that
really
would be
cool
cool because
That'll be
we're
really
starting
cool.
to see that a lot. Is people will call in, hey, I'm trying to build my own PC. I got it all put together, and there's nothing more disappointing than getting all your stuff together and you hit that power button and the damn thing doesn't turn on.
It makes me think of the movie The Patriot when he's trying to build the rocking chair and he's got it all done and they can't
and then he
get it
sees
done.
that only the English guys. He's like, oh, right.
So I
But
think
no.
you got a little bit of footage of the one I built a few months ago, and it's just actually a hobby.
Yeah. So yeah, even if
Building
it's
computers?
even if it's liquid cooling.
Liquid cooling.
So yeah, so on Jason's computer, he actually has a radiator and a pump pushing liquid through his computer components.
So
to
that
cool
is
them.
a computer. That's not just a fun little decoration.
Well, it's definitely
It looks real cool.
It checks both boxes of being functional and what's the other word?
Looking really cool.
Looking
Looking
really
really
good, yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aesthetics and functionality
There you
together.
go.
Right
And there's
there.
actually quite a bit of labor that went into it. So we actually use techniques, bending acrylic with heat to create the custom loops, and then it's not cheap. That it was not a cheap thing, but you can make them for a fairly reasonable price and still get all the colors and LED lighting and all of that, the fun stuff. So computers aren't just a dull box that's sitting under your desk anymore.
It's gotten to be fun.
Right.
Oh,
It
yeah.
makes me think of my phone in the 80s that I could see through. That was my favorite thing in the entire world.
Oh, there's a whole following of people that make computers that are amazing.
Like a glass case
Oh,
or
yeah,
something. It's like customizing your motorcycle.
Exactly. Well, it's like everything, people that completely tweak out their cars or their garden. You got people that love to do this kind of stuff. To
So let me
computers.
ask you this. So in this, if someone is looking for a new computer, should they be calling you guys instead of walking into
absolutely.
Staples or Walmart?
I think they'll get more out of their dollar.
Will it cost them more money?
A little bit. I mean, if you're looking at spending $300 on a computer, yeah. I mean, we could help you. We wouldn't build you a $300, but we could point you in the direction of building a really cheap computer. But with cheap components come a higher failure rate.
Right.
So
Right.
our cheapest computer is $799. But that comes with 16 gigs of RAM, M.2 SSD, which is really fast, like 3,000 megs per second. So
And
You
that
got-
warranty also.
And a
yeah, you
warranty.
get that 2-year warranty, and you don't have to box your computer up, give it to UPS, FedEx, and have it gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You bring it into us. Most likely, we either have a part on hand, or we can quickly get one overnighted.
And you probably don't get that bloatware, right?
No, you don't get anything.
People
All
don't
you
know
have-
about that.
yeah.
Is the reason computers are cheap is because all that crap that people put on them, people pay to do that.
Oh yeah,
And
McAfee, Norton,
yeah.
they pay. I don't know how much they pay, but they probably pay
We actually
a
have
little
people
bit.
who go to the big corporate competitors and then bring it to us before they even take it out of the box and
get
say,
everything
please get
off.
rid of all the garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah, you don't get bloatware.
Yeah.
You get a better quality computer, a much faster computer, because most of your spindle disks, like this guy that you get in your normal computers, they operate anywhere between 50 to 90 megs per second. And now you have solid state hard drives that can operate, 3,000 to 5,000 megs per second.
Yeah.
So big difference.
Yeah.
So speaking of 1980s, if someone brought their old computer, they got it in 2000, and it's not working well, is there anything you can do about that, or do you just recommend a new
We
one?
just fixed a point of sale machine for a local company just yesterday that's still running Windows XP.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so when it turned on, we all were like, "Wow, it's been a while since we've seen that startup screen."
So do you guys fix that part, or do you say let's upgrade to an operating system?
In their situation, we had to find a matching model to replace it because it wasn't being manufactured anymore.
But we do offer soldering services.
Yep, we
so
do.
if your power charger on your laptop is not working, we can remove that part and solder on a new one. So we do that as well.
Yeah.
So instead of just scrapping it, you can actually fix
Oh, yeah,
some
yeah.
aspects
If it's
of it.
cost effective and it's in the customer's best interest, then we try to make sure that's what happens.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, this is super pertinent, super informational.
Yeah.
So I will hope that everybody out there is thinking about, okay, if I'm going to go buy a computer, I'm going to start. Why don't you start with a local company and find out what your options are and start to establish somewhere that you have as a resource locally for your computers, because this is a hot topic.
Yeah.
Hot topic. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. Let's give one more time how they get a hold of you.
Oh yeah, so ScionComputers.com or 208-419-0312.
But they can walk in. What are your hours?
Yes, we're 8 a.m. to 12. We close for lunch. We got to have lunch.
Gotta have lunch.
We open back up at 1 and then close at 5, Monday through Friday.
They can walk in, 15-minute guarantee.
No appointment ever needed.
And if they have a tower, they can bring that tower.
Yeah, just bring the tower. You don't need to bring any of your cables, video cables, or anything else.
Yep.
Just the tower.
Okay?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Get on in here.
Yes.
It's awesome. It's right downtown on Park Street, so get on in. Well, I'm excited. This has been Jessica Cardon,
And Elyse Powell.
your nosy neighbors, keeping you
In
the
the
know.